Hi everyone, my name is Jen Zofel. I'm the resident teaching artist at Metro Theater Company, and today I'm sharing a story that's written by my grandma, Ann Whalen, and with an illustration by my cousin, Oliver. This is a story my grandma told my mom and her siblings the whole time they were growing up, and she shared it with me when I was a kid as well. This is called Gerald the Giraffe. Once there was a farmer. The farmer had a farm, and on his farm he grew many nice things. He grew big red tomatoes, sweet yellow corn, and tender green lettuce. The farmer had many nice animals on his farm too. He had some brown cows that said moo and gave rich creamy milk. He had some fluffy white chickens that said cluck cluck and gave big fresh eggs. He had a friendly black horse that gave the farmer a ride whenever he wanted one and pulled the farmer's wagon for him. The farmer had another animal too. The animal did not give milk. He did not give eggs. He did not give rides or pull a wagon. He did not do anything, but the farmer did not care because the farmer loved him. He was a giraffe, and his name was Gerald. Some of the people in the town near the farmer's farm thought it was very odd that the farmer had a giraffe, and one hot day some of the people said that they thought it was odd. Then some more people said that they thought it was odd, and soon everyone thought it was so odd that no one came to the farmer's farm at all. No one came to buy his big red tomatoes, his sweet yellow corn, his green lettuce, his rich creamy milk, or his big fresh eggs. No one came at all. The farmer's wife said, "Maybe if you would give Gerald to the zoo, the people from our town would come back to our farm and buy our big red tomatoes, our sweet yellow corn, our green lettuce, our rich creamy milk, and our big fresh eggs. Maybe you should give Gerald to the zoo." But the farmer shook his head and filled the wagon with tomatoes and corn and lettuce and milk and eggs and took them to another town where the people did not know, or maybe did not care, that the farmer had a giraffe. The people in the farmer's town missed his big red tomatoes, his sweet yellow corn, his green lettuce, his rich creamy milk, and his big fresh eggs. But no one wanted to be the first to go back to that odd farm that had a giraffe. So no one went. No one at all. Now, right in the middle of the farmer's town lived the mayor, and he had a pet too that he loved very much. He did not have a giraffe, or an elephant, or a tiger, or a zebra. He had a cat. Just a little white cat that said mew, mew, mew. The mayor loved her so much that he never let the cat go outside of the house because he was afraid the little white cat would get lost. But one day the mayor had a fine new piano sent to his house. The men who brought the piano in left the door open while they carried the piano inside. The little cat saw the open door and poked her soft little head outside. The warm sunshine felt so good that the rest of her followed, and she sat down on the front steps. There were so many wonderful sights to see and sounds to hear and smells to smell that she walked down the steps along the front walk. Everything looked so fine and smelled so good and sounded so nice that she followed her little pink nose down the street. She was having such a lovely time until a big dog started to chase her. He chased her and chased her and chased her right up a big tall tree. The dog barked and barked, and the cat mewed and mewed until someone came and chased the dog away. But the little white cat would not come down. She was so little and so lost and so afraid that she would not come down. Just then the mayor came walking along, and seeing all the people, stopped to see what was going on. When he saw his little white cat, he jumped up and down and cried, "Call the police! Call the fire department! Someone call somebody and get my poor little white cat down." Soon all the sirens were screaming, and the policemen and firemen were all trying to get the poor little white cat down, but no one knew what to do. When the policemen tried to climb the tree, they could not. There were no branches big enough to stand on. When the firemen tried to put their ladders up against the tree, they could not. The tree could not hold a ladder. Oh, the mayor got very excited and jumped up and down more and more, and the little white cat said, "Meow, meow, meow." Just then the farmer drove through town, and when he saw all the excitement, he stopped to see what was going on. He looked and saw the little white cat and the mayor. He told the mayor he would be right back and not to worry. The farmer knew what it was like to love a pet very much. Soon the farmer was back. His friendly black horse was pulling the wagon, and in the wagon was Gerald. All the people watched as the farmer took Gerald out of the wagon and walked him over to the tree. Then Gerald put his soft nose up to the little white cat, and the little white cat put her soft nose up to Gerald. Then the little white cat jumped onto Gerald's head. Then Gerald slowly sat down. Then slowly, he lowered his head until the little white cat was right by the ground, and she jumped off Gerald's head into the mayor's arms. The farmer put Gerald back into the wagon and took him home. All the next day, the farmer's doorbell kept ringing and ringing as all the people from the town came to the farm. Some of the people bought big red tomatoes, some bought sweet yellow corn, and some bought green lettuce. Some bought rich creamy milk, and some bought big fresh eggs. But all of the people asked to see Gerald. The end.